hello. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and hello, Tyler. We were in the middle of an ad break and we just started. Good morning. Yep, rated right into an ad break. Start of the stream because I have not streamed in about a month because I had to move. So yeah. But please welcome in Raiders if you can actually hear me. Hello. Good morning, everyone. I'll be ending the break for most people in about a few seconds, but hello. Hi. And good morning, Link. Good morning, Siraj. Good morning, everyone. And give me just a moment here. Hi, hello. My chat box is not working on screen today, I guess. But it's just one of those days, you know? I have had an adventure this last month. I did not expect to have everything that has happened happen. Let me go ahead and turn off my starting soon text here. But hello, good morning. And you see, what happened was last month, for those who may have been here, I had to move. So I'm just now getting back into things. And I hope you had a good stream, Tyler. Thank you so much again for the raid. If y'all aren't following Tyler, you definitely should. Tyler is a scam baiter who basically likes to mess with scammers, waste their time, and prevent them from actually finding real victims by doing so because they're wasting their time. It's really funny content. Y'all should really watch. But yeah, I've spent the last month on an impromptu move. Okay. So at the beginning of October, the apartment company I was renting from was like, we see some stickers on your car and they have last year's date on them and we think that's the registration. So we're going to tow your car. That was the first straw. I was like, no, the registration's up to date. You can see it right here. And I showed the paperwork. I showed I have current insurance, all that fun stuff. And they still kept trying to tow me until after a whole bunch of trials and tribulations, and I got a new sticker slapped on there. That was, a different date. That was not yet passed. Even though it was not the registration. I swear to ducking God, it was not the registration. And nothing in the lease said that they would just randomly tow your vehicle, well after any dates on any stickers on your car has passed, even if it's not, registration. Like, it was a street legal car. Like, come on. And then they tried to evict us because we were having really weird issues with paying through the payment portal for rent. And I was like, what? And then they tried to evict us early on top of that. Like, they were like, we're going to give you 5 business days. Actually, psych! We're going to evict you starting today. And I was like, what? I have the money. Why are we doing this? And I think it's because I complain too much about smokers because it is a smoke-free community. But the lawns, like, outside were effectively a graveyard of cigarettes. Now, here's the reason why this matters so much. I don't care if someone smokes. I really don't. That's your health, your problem. But I am very asthmatic, and smoke is a huge trigger for me. So, ow, that probably hurt, Link. I am so sorry that you just got an Amber Alert. Those tend to be very loud. But I had to deal with the fact that, people were smoking, even though it was, no smoking. And even by housing code, like, you're not supposed to allow smoking inside of apartment buildings or shared spaces. So it's like, They legally weren't supposed to be smoking in there, yet the apartment complex did nothing about it. And I think it's because they were smokers, honestly. Because I saw a maintenance guy who was just driving around in one of the trucks, smoking, and out the window, smoking. Um, so I was like, okay, they're trying to evict us. They're trying to tow our car. They really must want us out. So I figured out how to scrounge up some money, and I moved a few states away. I'm not gonna say where for privacy reasons. But I moved a few states away into the mountains, and honestly, chat, it's great. I love it. I actually have gotten so much healthier in not even 2 weeks I've been here. Like, it hasn't even been 2 weeks yet, and I am already climbing stairs without getting winded. It is incredible. Like, just having clean, breathing air. And that's despite the fact that I am like 1,200 feet or so above sea level now. Um, which, the air up here is actually thinner, right? But even though the air is thinner, it's just better. Like, it's cleaner. I occasionally notice that someone might be like smoking weed nearby, but it's not the suffocating issues I had with the smokers at the apartment complex who would literally like camp outside the window and just smoke. And I was like, come on. I was having, quite literally, and this is not an exaggeration, I had 4 industrial sized air purifiers and also 2 blue air purifiers. If that doesn't keep my air clean, well, ain't nothing gonna keep my air clean. So I ultimately had to move. And I was like, you know what? They're trying to force us out anyway. They're not listening to our issues. Thank you for the 100 bits, Tyler. Thank you. Since you moved near the mountains, could you please try and tell a mountain to move and let me know if it does? I mean, a scammer told me the mountain will pay. Oh my gosh. I will absolutely do that. We have so many mountains. It is incredible, chat. It really is. Like, the view that I have is unmatched. I have never seen anywhere in person so beautiful, and I'm not mad about it. I'm really not mad about it. In fact, I'm actually paying less every month in rent now. I mean, I just moved here, but I am actually going to be paying less in rent. I have more space, and there's no smokers. And I can actually live. I can breathe. I can actually exercise. What a concept, you know? And maintenance comes when I gotta call them. And speaking of which, that's actually why today's stream is gonna be a little bit short, because we're gonna be getting a maintenance guy who comes by to check the washing machine in like a few hours from now. I don't know when exactly, but I have my phone on standby because he said he was gonna call like an hour before he came. When he was like in the area. So I was like, okay, I'll just keep my phone over there and I'll probably stream for like an hour or two. And that's also why we're on early today. I don't normally stream this early. This is like an hour before I normally stream. If you moved to the mountains, sound like you moved into the country. That southern, somewhat country boy right here. I believe it. It's kind of funny you mentioned that too, because I was kind of pointing out to, one of my roommates, I have 2 different accents, okay? I got 2 different accents. I have my neutral accent, which is, more, regular American. And I got my southern accent, which y'all hear whenever I stream. Because I've lived all over. I've honestly lived all over. I lived in Indiana. I lived in Florida. I also lived in Delaware. And now I'm in the middle of the country and in mountains. I am now a mountain person. I am a mountain duck. Forget flying south for the winter. I just moved a bit south to the mountains. Boy, yeah, that has been a chunk of my story. Another part of the story was, in order to move, I had to obviously pack everything, which was a trial in and of itself, because again, living in a place where everyone and their mother smokes, because I noticed that the population of smokers was not decreasing. It was increasing. It would only increase. we decided that we couldn't afford movers besides, moving into this place. So we went ahead and we got U boxes, which is kind of like a pod or like a storage container for U-Haul. Now, here's where it gets interesting, right? So we were going to. Oh, thank you for the follow, Tyler. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I didn't even realize you weren't following yet. I do that sometimes. Like I'll realize I'm watching someone a lot, and why am I not getting their notification? Oh, I'm not following. But like we got the U-Haul, right? And we had the U boxes, and we packed them all up. It took like an entire day, and we finally got to move on the 1st. And by move, I mean they picked up the containers, and I just drove, 4 or 5 hours, south. And so we get there, or here rather, I guess. And I had to call, get the delivery scheduled. And come to find out, they wanted a $960 shipping fee. And I'm like, what? No, nobody told me about this. Nobody, we asked, like my friend and I, we asked multiple times, you back soon heading home? Yeah, no worries, or do whatever you gotta do. We'll appreciate you bringing in your crowd here, and I hope you're driving or wherever you're heading, you're being safe. But yeah, U-Haul tried to say, yeah, we gotta charge you like almost $1,000. I was like, nobody ever told me this. Why are you saying now that I have to spend almost a whole 4 digits almost just to get the shipping containers moved to the city that, I was in? I was like, when did this come into play? Well, apparently they had to like move it from the nearby facility that, they put it in when I was living in Delaware to the new state, even though it's only a few hours away. And that few hours would cost $1,000. I was like, no. Thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate it. There's also a wild mischievous in chat. You could try to catch it using !PokeCatch. I got Coca-Cola today. Actually on brand Coca-Cola, because unfortunately Aldi did not have the off-brand. They were completely out. In fact, they only had 2 cases of the Coca-Cola. They were just wiped out here. But yeah. So, after trials and tribulations, we got a supervisor from U-Haul to listen to the calls. To prove I wasn't lying. I definitely did not get told there would be a shipping fee. Right? And so they were like, oh, we ducked up. Guys. So they had to figure out, because apparently the $900 was like for a third-party shipping company. Or not really shipping company, but like moving company. And they couldn't do it. But we convinced them after, hours upon hours on the phone that they could quite literally, because it was only a few hours. Like, it's not even that far. Like, literally under 400 miles away from where I lived, right? Not that far. It's just up in the mountains, right? So they finally said, okay, we'll waive this and we'll even give you a cheaper delivery fee for all the troubles. So I got to spend a lot less on my move. I always tell people, my name is Lucky, but it's not lucky for the reason that people think. See, I'm actually super unlucky. I'm probably the most unlucky person I've ever met in real life. So I tend to have bad things happen to me. But the reason why my name is Lucky is because I do believe that you can, in a way, make your own luck. You can make the most of your situation, and you can rise above whatever trials and tribulations you run into. And I feel I feel like the fact I wasn't told about the shipping fee, even though it was super stressful, I feel like it was a blessing in disguise because I ultimately didn't have to pay that much, which meant I could spend that money on food. Which, on that note, I still gotta come up with some more money for food. I used up all my money to move, guys. I can't wait to get back to work. I cannot wait to get back to work. Um, but yeah, I'm actually gonna be setting up a donathon for next week. I want to try to start it on Sunday if I can get stuff together for that because I need to buy some stuff that I cannot have right now because I don't have the money. Quite literally, I had to leave like half of my stuff in the apartment. The funny thing is, mind you, is that I have not received a single email from the apartment or a single phone call from the apartments about the fact that we haven't paid rent. Yes, guys, I literally just up and ducked out in the middle of my lease because I said, duck that, I am not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with people who are trying to forcibly evict me. That is literally called constructive eviction. So I didn't pay rent. I did not pay rent. And I just kind of slipped into the new place. And now I have to come up with more money for food because I used all of it to move. I do have some deli meats right now though. And some noodles, ramen noodles. But besides all that, this place has been amazing. The view is great. Internet's a little bit slower, but not that much slower. It's like, I guess 100 or so megabits per second slower for the download speed, but I still got Comcast, so there's that. But yeah, I gotta come up with some stuff I want to do next week. I know for a fact that I'm gonna be doing some Live2D. I'm probably gonna do some YCH stuff. I'm not done with all the models I gotta do before I open commissions officially yet, but I do plan on doing some YCH stuff. YCH, if you guys don't know, means your character here. Basically, if you can imagine your character, for example, in this model form, a pixel model that's fairly simplified, 4 colors, looks like a Game Boy, things like that. Or emotes. Emotes are also a thing. I have a few things. I'm also going to be creating like assets. I actually started creating a few assets while I was unable to access my computer because my computer was in storage. And then when I finally got my computer, excuse me, I just randomly burped while talking. I blame Long for that for the Coca-Cola. Like I also found that there is a retro game store here, you guys. There's a retro game store, right? We got a place that has like Dreamcast and PS2 and PS1 and Atari, and it even has a pinball machine. You can't take that home. You can't buy that, but it is there. They even have like, remember on the shelf, I saw it and I was like, no, ducking. Because they had Pokemon Emerald. They had Pokemon Emerald, you guys, on the shelf for $219, but it was still there. So I kind of want to get that. I low-key want to get that. I want to say that you can do crowd control with a real, like, copy of the game. I want to say that you can, but I'll have to look into it. I would love to actually take the games and play them natively with crowd control. I think that would be really cool. I don't know if anyone really does that, with the old retro games, but I want to see if it's possible. Because they had so much stuff. Like, honestly, I was shocked. I don't know if any of you guys remember Final Fantasy X, if you were around for Final Fantasy X, but they had a copy in the store of Final Fantasy X, and get this, guys. It was not the greatest hit version. It was the actual original version. And oh my god, thank you so much for the resubby. Thank you for the resubby, Sent. Appreciate that. Like oh my gosh, it is 6:30. Like, I'm excited. There's a nice game shop here. And also, because I'm no longer in Delaware, alcohol can be delivered. Yeah, that was a thing. In Delaware, you can't have alcohol delivered. There's, legislation against it. So, like, if you're doing DoorDash and you see, like, a liquor store or something, you can't actually buy liquor from it, which, is always great. Sometimes you need liquor for things like chicken marsala. I like to make marsala. Marsala is delicious. And I know I just said chicken, but chimkin is okay. Chimkin is okay because it's not ducks. Ducks are friends. Chickens are food. So I'm just excited. There's so much food here. We got some of the best pizza. And let me tell you, you guys, I actually have had New York pizza, okay? I've had actual New York pizza from New York. And this was better, okay? I was just shocked. I was like, how? How do you get better? How do you get better than this? How do you get better than a New York pizza? And the calzone I had, it had shaved Parmesan melted on top. Like, it was the actual crust itself tasted like garlic bread. Cheesy garlic bread. I was like, I've never had pizza crust, over a calzone that tastes quite like this. It had, the perfect texture, a perfect amount of garlic flavor and cheese flavor. I want it again. I want it again, chat. I need it. I need it in my body. I do need to come up with a Google form because I am going to probably be posting activities that you guys can vote on. Speaking of which, I should actually probably drop my Discord because I'm gonna drop it on my Discord when I do it later today. Cause fun fact, your duck here is currently dealing with liquidity issues in her business, so she has to come up with her own money for a bit. Unfortunately, only a bit. The business is not gone under, I promise. It still will fuel me for the foreseeable future. However, I need food money. So, we'll probably be doing a bit of stuff for that. But I feel like I'm gonna do some stuff for a donathon. I'm gonna go ahead and probably, as one of the activities, I'm gonna do a sketchbook tour because I've been talking about that for a bit. I have an old sketchbook that might make y'all feel better about your art if you feel like you're not good at art, because I have some pretty gnarly ones in there. They were from high school, and that was... I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry to break it to you, but I'm a hag. I'm quite literally a hag. It has been over 10 years. It's been over a decade since I've been in school. So I have some old art that I can share with y'all. I also am going to be doing a lot of art on stream, probably doing a lot of crowd control too. So I'm gonna need your help with figuring out which crowd control games y'all want to see, because I got a lot. A whole bunch of them I haven't played yet. Like, I haven't played City Skylines yet with the crowd control. I haven't done Hades yet. I haven't done Pokemon Crystal, which, I have a shell. I have a shell for that. I mean, it might be, but I don't have Elden Ring yet, so someone would have to buy that for me. Because I don't have $50 to spare. I need food, okay? I'm about to use some of the last money I got for it, on the puppy food, so, uh, yeah. I haven't done Subnautica yet. I got Subnautica. I got, let me see. Hollow Knight, Terraria, Darkest Dungeon, Stardew Valley, Minecraft, Pizza Tower, and Content Warning. Those are all new ones that I have not yet done. I could also probably figure out how to procure, wink wink, some of the other retro titles that crowd control support, like Super Smash Bros. Melee! You know, if you want some extra chaos. I'll throw the 50 out to myself. Oh no. Well, I will probably be doing my donathon starting Sunday, which means every day I stream. I'm gonna be streaming so much duck. You'll never want duck again afterwards. I laugh at myself too much. Well, yeah, I'm gonna be doing that. We're gonna do lots of art. Gonna do crowd control. Probably some of the. I want to actually spend a day just doing the poppin' cookins that Karen got me for my birthday last year. Because I need to do those because those are actually technically expired. So yeah, we're gonna do those. I might do some painting, like actual painting. I'm not sure yet. Oh, that is not the number I'm looking for. I'm looking for an appliance repair, and I just got a call from Tennessee, and this is not Tennessee. Yeah. So, got a lot of crowd control games that I have not yet done. That I've been meaning to do. I also want to see if I can learn how to speedrun Twilight Princess, because there's apparently a problem with the speedrunning process for Twilight Princess, because right now the any percent run is effectively like playing through the 100% run, except abridged. Just abridged, you know. It's like a 4 or 5 hours something. I don't remember exactly how long, but it's like playing through the whole ducking story anyway. Because they can't skip through Hyrule Castle, and if anyone can break a game, it's gonna be me. Okay, because as I mentioned before, a little while ago, I am extremely unlucky. Okay, I have never met anyone unluckier than me in real life. Maybe on the internet, but not in real life. So I have to use that luck to my advantage. Also, there is a wild Clefairy in chat. You could try to catch it using ! Pokecatch. We'll probably have like a duck ASMR stream for part of the donathon. Or a segment. I don't know yet. Because I don't know how to ASMR. But I feel like it would be funny. And I feel like half of my thing is just weird, quirky, fun stuff. Also, this is kind of random, but I've been working on a new background. I haven't finished it yet, but I think I'm gonna go ahead here and a moment. Oh, that is not where I want to be. Let me just do this. Because over here I can actually open up stuff. Let me just... Yeah, you can tell that I haven't streamed in a while because I forgot so much stuff when I was getting ready for stream today, because I have not streamed in such a long time. It has been a month. Okay. Let me just open this up. Go to my art. So I started working on this. It's gonna be a background. It's gonna be a closet background. Now you might be thinking, Lucky, I only see one layer over here. Yeah, this is a PNG of what I was working on my phone, because I thought it would be fun thought it would be fun because the place I'm living in right now is a very how do you say rustic? So it's like, you know what? I'm gonna take a picture of like one of the bits of the home and turn it into a background because I gotta be creative. I gotta straighten out these boards. So I still have to come in here with like the polyline tool to fix that. But it's almost done. And then I could start using it for streams and stuff. You know, a silly little I'm in your closet background, you know. Like, hi guys, I'm in your closet. um, speaking of which, I should probably turn off the VFX. Let me see. Let me see. What do I want to do? Oh, let me be. Let's go. It's a me, Mario. um, yeah, I got this. I got going on. I also got some Live2D stuff I want to work on, which actually I could probably work on for a little bit while I'm here. Since we already got the stuff up and going. Which actually, on that note, I'm gonna check something really quickly. I made some new redeems before moving, or at least one new redeem, and I think that y'all are gonna have a riot with this. Okay, let me open up Live2D real quick because I think you guys are gonna get a kick out of this. Are you ready for it, chat? Are you ready? Let's see if it works. If this works. I have not tested this. I have not tested this yet, but we about to. Are you ready? Are you ready, chat? It'll work. I think that y'all have too much fun with that when crowd control comes into play. Uh, that is a redeem I just made. I figure that I can make a few different. Holy duck! I just opened up the backup folder for Live2D and it is an atrocity of mankind. I just see so many backups, so many backups. But in any case, let me just go ahead. Actually, I have to go back into Clip Studio here. Just real quick because I gotta turn a clip file into a PSD file. Because PSD is what is used in Live2D. And I'm gonna actually be making some assets for Christmas. Christmas, guys. Where are Let me just go over to Live2D. Make this into a PSD file real quick. Because I got a red glowing nose. It looks kind of like a clown nose, but I'm trying not to make it look like a clown nose. Save this as a PSD. That is really the only thing Adobe that I like to use is the file format, you know, PSD, because you kind of need it. Kind of need it when you do Live2D. Let me just come up here. We're going to open. You're probably wondering, how do you animate an asset? It's easy. You just do it. Yeah, you ever see those posts of, you know, how to draw blah blah blah, and it's like you start and then you finish. Just skip straight to the chase. So yeah. This is what I drew on mobile. As you can see, it is not glorious at all. We are gonna go ahead and just auto mesh everything, pretty standard. We don't need anything fancy for this one. We're gonna come up here to the glow, right? And we're gonna clip this. Ooh. Well, actually, we're not gonna clip this. That's the glow. We're gonna clip the shadow. to the base, right? Now we're just left with the glow and then the glow highlight, and all those are going to be inbound, so it's fine. It's okay. Let's go ahead up here. We're going to go make the texture atlas really quickly. I know some people do that at the end. I am not one of those. Um, I like to do it at the beginning because it gets it out of the way, you know? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to hit OK. Okay. Now then. Now then, chat. We can begin. We can begin the silly rigging of this because reasons. This will be shrunken down quite a bit. We're going to go ahead, create a folder. I'm going to make that red. I'm going to name it input. Just going to put X, Y, and Z in here. And we're going to make a new folder. We're going to call this physics. So in here, we're going to go ahead and create a parameter. We're going to call this angle X physics. And I'm going to make this minus 15 and then plus 15 for the minimum and maximum if you can't see it. And then I'm going to replicate this and then rename this. Edit. Okay. We don't really need Z physics because this is going to be on someone who has Z physics. So it'll move with everything. So we don't really need those Z physics. We mostly just need these. And then also I'm probably going to rename this to og physics. Because I actually want to have a physics where it like squishes and squashes when you talk. You know, or glows when you talk. Yeah, that's probably the best thing. So we're gonna make this yellow. I'm gonna call this glow. Because we're just kind of winging it at this point. Glow on. I'm going to make this -1. I think. Yeah, we'll just go with -1 and then 1. Yeah, we'll make that also a blend shape because I'm lazy and if I have to combine it with anything, I want it to be easy. So let's go ahead and look at the glow here. This is the glow. Right now it's at 50% opacity. But we can quite literally do this, do a threesome or not a three doohickey. And then make this 0. And then woo, 100. Or at least, you know what, let's make that a little subdued. Make that 80. There we go. That'll be the full glow. Yeah. Most of what's gonna sell this is actually gonna be the highlight here. Because that's gonna go with the angle physics. So we're gonna go ahead and put everything into a warp deformer. I'm gonna call this nose. Just for organization purposes, you know? Also, I just realized that probably at art now. Okay. So now that's fixed. Let's see. for angle x physics, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to make that. We're going to go left first. The way I'm going to do this is you just hide the bounding box. I'm going to go this away. Kind of pinch the corner in. Just a wee bit. Kind of move that like that. I don't like that one. Kind of do that. Bring that a little bit forward. We got it kind of like that. And we're going to go over here. We're going to reflect motion. That way it kind of looks like that. But I'm not done. I'm not done yet. Because I think I'm actually going to go ahead and up these conversions because I don't like how blocky it is. I'm going to kind of do that number. There we go. There we go. Let's make this like, there we go. Perfect. We can come over here, reflect motion because I did a dumb. There we go. Give it a nice range of motion. We'll go ahead over here. It's going to be the same thing, you know? Go up. Gonna bring that down. Bring these up. And then down. Now this, just bear in mind, chat, this is just getting a basic shape. Because I'll be able to go to each of the individual layers afterwards to kind of refine it. Oh, there is a wild Finian in chat you could try to catch using exclamation point Pokecatch. Also, I just realized music is not playing anymore. I do not like that. I realized I turned it off because I was doing the to be continued thing and then forgot to turn it back on. Can you tell I have not taken my meds today? Because I had a rough night. I did not sleep as early as I wanted to, and I ended up only getting like 5-6 hours of sleep. Granted, it's not as bad as it used to be. Not at all. Let's go ahead here. We got the basic shapes. We can go ahead and combine that and then do synthesize corners. Now, woo! We got a full all the way around. But we need the glow to move a little bit better, right? I'm gonna go ahead here. We don't necessarily need this many versions. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce that. Also trying not to sneeze here. Good morning, Dex. I'm gonna see what that looks like. Oh my goodness, Dex. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. I'm sorry I've been out for so ducking long. It has been a month of trials and tribulations, testing my fortitude. So, yeah. I had to spend, you know, a good amount of time packing just out of the blue and then moving. And I have not I've not really had time to rest, even though I've been out for like a month. Yeah, I decided to make this on a whim, and actually, it was a funny little thing that I put together. Oh, and by the way, I also have cat ears too, which you can activate at any time. I got silly little new redeems that I've made. Yeah, I got cat ears now. I'm a cat duck. Cat duck is officially a thing. But like, I made this screen, right? And here's the really fun part. Wow, starting soon. And even more fun, I can kill the tracking at any time, and it just looks like part of the scene. So yeah, I made this, I want to say last month or the month before that, but I was like, I want to make a starting soon screen that's actually a model. Also, that's not to say though that I'm getting rid of my chibi model. That is far from it. It is far from it. But I've done so much stuff. Another silly little thing that I've done, which I'm sure you're gonna love for crowd control, because I do plan to bring back crowd control next week, is this. This is a silly little thing. This is a silly little thing. But you can also change the colors of the Game Boy shell at any time using the channel point rewards. Yeah, lots of fun stuff. I've been working so much on interactivity because I was like, I want to do creative stuff now, and why not, you know? So y'all will be able to basically just make silly little funny moments during crowd control like that. Basically just pauses the stream and makes it look like a freaking Minecraft video. If you have any ideas for other silly little memes, let me know. You know, I have an ideas channel, I believe, on my Discord. I think. I mean, I got a lot of channels. I might need to make like an, I know I got, yeah, emote, stickers, suggestions, stream activity ideas. All those things are there on my Discord. So if you have any ideas, I love making silly things. And next week I plan to bring back the crowd control. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet because I have so many games I haven't yet done crowd control for that I own the games for them. Like I got Cities Skylines, like I mentioned. I got Sims 4, Subnautica, Pokemon Emerald, which will be, you know, perfect for my Game Boy shell that I made. There was nothing thrown. I didn't see anything thrown. What happened? It did not work. Why? Ah. Yeah, if I do this, things get thrown. For whatever reason, it did not properly work with Mix It Up, I guess. Maybe because I had a weird issue earlier. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why. Let me restart Mix It Up because I think that might have been what the issue was. Is I had started Mix It Up before I had tits open. And before anyone is wondering why I'm saying tits, it's because it's short. It's an abbreviation. It means Twitch Integrated Throwing System. Okay, I'm not being dirty. Let me restart Mix Up because I also noticed my chat has not been working. Also, good morning, Mixie. Good morning. Also, that was really bad timing because I think I might have an auto text for you. I'm not sure. I feel like I have an auto text for you, but I might not. I have an auto text for almost everyone who I know. Hello. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Let me just get my Mix It Up working again, and then I'll be able to shout you out properly. Oh man, it has been a morning. Well, yeah, I've got a lot of stuff I've been working on. We're gonna be back to crowd control next week. Right now, I'm just working on an asset for a little bit before Repair Dude gets here to work on the washing machine. Because another fun thing I forgot to mention, and why I have a maintenance person coming. So I knew when I moved in here last week, or really technically 2 weeks ago. Jeez, it's really been that long. I literally moved on the 1st. I realized, there's a lot of flaws. Yes. It was not working. It was not wanting to play nice. I think it should maybe be working now. I'm not sure. I might. Where is? Here we go. Ah! Okay, it's working. It is working. I knew this place had a lot of flaws when I moved in and would need some work. That was already established. And they agreed that they would work on the stuff that we needed. So we moved in. And one of the things that we found out, like literally a few days ago, and by a few days ago I mean last week, was the washing machine. The washing machine. We thought would be fine. The dryer worked fine. We used it to dry some stuff, that got wet because of, reasons. Yeah, and I finally am streaming again. It's been over a month, Nixie. It has been over a ducking month because I had to move impromptu. I had to deal with fucking awful landlords who were like, yeah, no, we're not going to do anything about your problems, and we're going to try to forcibly evict you, even though you've done nothing wrong. And including the fact that, you've been paying rent. Yeah. So, I had to just move. I was like, this is the last straw. This is the last straw. I'm just going to move. But we got into this new place. And the washing machine decided that it didn't want to work. And not just it didn't want to work. The very first time using it, was making like a screeching sound. Now, at first, you'd think, okay, maybe it's just a flaw with the washing machine. But then I started smelling something burning. And that's when I was really getting concerned. I go into the kitchen, and the thing looked like it was about to catch fire. Like, there was so much, black smoke. It was bad. Good morning, Azul. Good morning, Dazul. Good morning. It's good to see you. Yeah, I've had a morning. And the appliance repair guy is gonna be coming a little bit later today because the washing machine was quite literally catching on fire. First time using it because I have the worst luck. Yeah. Gotta make the most of everything though. The most of everything in this specific situation is we're finding out how reliable the landlord is at actually getting stuff fixed. So that's the good thing here is they're actually listening to the issues we got. You see when I got here like a week ago, well, 2 weeks ago now. Time ducking flies by, okay? I knew there would be a lot of flaws with the place. I knew it. But I did not expect the washing machine to try to catch fire the first time I used it. I could not have predicted that turn of events. And it was like Friday that it happened, or Thursday. I think it might have been Thursday it happened. And so I had to wait all weekend. And unfortunately, that means that in a comforter that I put in, because I didn't even put that much in, okay? I literally put 2 items. I put a very thin, small sheet in there. Like, not even, doesn't even take that much space, right? Not even, like, the size of, like, a pillow. And I put it in the comforter. That was it. Just those 2 items. And the washing machine was making this loud screeching sound. I thought, maybe this is just a flaw of the washing machine. No, no, it was not just a flaw of the washing machine. The washing machine decided to start smoking, and I swore it was gonna catch fire, so we had to stop it. We had to drag the comforter out of the washing machine, take it to the tub, and then it started to mold after a while. I couldn't shower because it was in the bathtub, so then we put it in a tote, because it was a plastic tote. It was like, well, this won't ruin anything, so we just put it in there, and then it's taking too long for the guy to get here, because, you know, it was the weekend. So then I just put it outside, put it out on the porch because I didn't want mold in the house anymore. I was starting to have trouble breathing again, so I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going back to not being able to breathe. So yeah, that's what happened with the washing machine, and why today is gonna be a short stream, because the dude's gonna call me randomly in like an hour-ish. And then we're gonna have problems. Exactly, Pokes washing machine. I cast self-destruct. Yeah, it was secretly a Voltorb in disguise. Well, yeah, that happened. That happened for sure. Also, since you haven't caught one of my streams, I'm gonna be funny here because you haven't seen this, but I actually have a silly little starting soon screen I came up with recently, like last month-ish, and it's silly, but this is how I can start my streams. I made an actual starting soon screen that is quite literally a Live2D model. Because, you know, I got the idea, funny enough, from, you know, people like Buff Pup, right? You know, the VTubers have the really fancy starting soon screens. You know, it's like a whole illustration of them. Right? And it's so beautiful. And I'm like, that feels like a waste. It feels like a waste of a fully animated Live2D model. So I was like, you know what? This feels like a waste of a Live2D model. I'm just gonna make one. I'm gonna make one that is effectively a starting soon screen. And I'm gonna make people think it's a starting soon screen, but it's actually a model. So yeah, I thought it would be funny. I have a few other ideas I want to try. I also want to remake my Stinger transition, because I have a Stinger transition funny fact about me. There's a Wild Musharna in chat. You could try to catch it using exclamation point Pokecatch. I want to say I should be able to actually. Oh wait, that is the wrong. I am not trying to open up my animation file here. I'm trying to open up my my transition I made. Let me see. I might have put it into my lucky folder. Let me go to my lucky folder. Where the duck is my... Maybe it's an overlays? Transition. Duck stick. There we go. I really want to redo this. Let me open. Yeah, this is what it looks like. But I realize I could do better, you know? Good morning, Villain. Good morning, good morning. It's good to see you. Yeah, I want to redo this because I realize I could do better. I could do better than this. I want it to be more high resolution for the actual transition, because for whatever reason, I think because of the size of it, I didn't realize how small it was and that it would come out blurry in OBS. So I'm probably gonna redo this in a higher resolution. But yeah. Yeah, Villain, I have had so much ducking stuff happen. I am so sorry I've not been in your streams to mod for you in like an eternity. It feels like. Because I've just been in moving mode. It's been moving mode for such a long time. My apartment tried to kick me out illegally. They tried to tow my car illegally. They just would not answer my emails. They stopped answering my emails to the point where they haven't even emailed me that they're gonna try to evict me, even though I haven't paid rent. Because I'm like, I'm getting the duck out of here. I'm not dealing with this abuse anymore. I'm pretty sure it was discrimination and targeted. You know, I'm disabled. I need to have clean breathing air. I had 4 industrial air purifiers in my tiny 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment, okay? You would think that would be enough to filter the smoke, but no. I literally, at one point, because my Pikachu plushie, it's a large Pikachu plushie, literally the size of a pillow and a half, was underneath the air conditioner. People were smoking so much that Pikachu had soot on top of his head. Literally just soot piling up, and I'm like, people are chain smokers around here. Like, there aren't enough air purifiers to fix that. Like, and it was against housing code. It was against my asthma. You know, I'm really asthmatic, but since I've moved into the clean mountain air, not only do I have the gorgeous view I've ever seen in my life, Cat, but like, I can breathe. I have the energy again. I'm here. I'm streaming and I don't feel like I'm dying. It's fantastic. I just gotta figure out what I'm doing for my food. Because I used all my money to move. I do have some really cheap food though. I also have to buy food for the pupper, but the pupper comes before I come. You know, it's pupper is most important. I am also glad I left. I did not give them any warning. I just up and left. I didn't pay rent. I didn't give any warning because, you know what? They didn't give me any warning when they tried to tow my car. So they can duck off. In the most polite way possible. They can duck off. Yeah, I think I might have shown you Villain a little bit, but some of the views are just amazing. They're incredible. Like, it's a sea of stars, and I actually want to show you guys because I'd like to see if I can show you. I'm just going to send myself a picture so I can pull it up into Clip Studio. But it's honestly gorgeous here. Like, I'm gonna show you guys a picture and y'all are not gonna believe this, but this is what it looks like at night. Like, it's so pretty. It is so pretty. I am going to temporarily move Live2D. Let me just Live2D, you go, hide. Clip Studio. Let me open you. Because I want to show you this, you guys. It is unbelievably beautiful at night. Right? Let me just open up the picture because I can do it from in here. Downloads. Here we go. This is my view at night, chat. Me over here playing Yakuza 4 because my Wi-Fi is out till Friday. Oh no! Play redoing my overlays. It gets stuck sometimes. Yeah, I get ya. I really get ya. I've been working on some like backgrounds for fun. I don't even have the decency to let you breathe. I don't need about exactly, Villain. You know, it is fantastic here. But like, this is the kind of view that I have at night. Like, there's this one. Let me actually go ahead and show a few more of these because these are really pretty, honestly. Like, you would think, oh, you can't take pictures at night. No, you absolutely can, and it is beautiful. It is fucking beautiful. We got this one that I took, which, you know, again, it's like there's water and it's just so pretty. It really does look a little bit like Christmas because of like all the lights and stuff. It's not actually like Christmas set up yet either. So this is just what it looks like here. Like, I can't even begin to explain just how happy I am with how pretty everything is. And like, let me show you guys skyline at like sunset because this is also really pretty. Like I can't be much happier than, you know, being able to look out on this like horizon here and be like, that's just so pretty. It really does kind of look like a scene from Spirit. I'm not gonna lie, like the beautiful colors of the sky and like the mountains in the distance, like so pretty. Like I can't get over how pretty it is here. Like I've been gushing since I got here, like the first time. Like the first time I got here, I was like, oh my gosh, it's way too pretty. Like, let me go ahead here and do another quick. And thank you for the hydrate. I got Coca-Cola because Aldi was out of the off-brand. I don't have any like broad daylight ones. I rarely go out in the broad daylight because I'm a creature of the night. And also that's when I walk my puppy. Zyrite tends to walk him during the day, so. There's also this one, which is like towards like sunset, but not quite sunset. And you can see like the gorgeous mountain view. It's just so pretty. I'm very happy. Like, it's a nice view. And it's cheaper here. It's like $700 cheaper for rent. I'm consuming sparkling water like a madman. Oh yeah, I've also been consuming a lot of water because fun fact, when you go up in the mountains, you have to drink more water because reasons. I don't know the exact science behind it, but like you have to stay more hydrated, like your lips will get chapped and stuff. I'm paying only $1,100 a month in rent here, and it's like 2 bedrooms with a large spacious attic, which is acting as a third bedroom. So we have like an office, we have a bedroom, and then we have another bedroom, and we, you know, we have everything we need here. And the food, oh my fucking god, the food here is just incredible. I've never had like pizza that's so good. I had a calzone and some poutine when I came here the first time. When I came here the first time to check out the place originally, I was staying at a hotel, so I had to like find somewhere to eat, you know? And like, let me actually go ahead and show a picture of the view from the hotel. I'm just gonna copy this in here, because this, you know, this was the view from the hotel. Like, you could see the mountains and stuff. And like, just a lot of greenery, you know? Oh, and we have an ad break. we will kind of hang out here for a bit. For those of you who do have a subscription or turbo, I'm gonna go ahead here and realize I don't have an easy button for just going to the BRB screen. I should probably fix that. Let me just do this. Okay. Sorry about that, chat. This was the view from my hotel when I first came here. And so, yeah. You could see why I'm so enamored with the area. It's just so pretty. I can't with how pretty everything is. That's like a little tour of the place I live now. The area, I should say. Uh, and actually, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna show you guys one more thing. Because I think that y'all should be aware. I'm gonna go over here. Copy. Wow. This is quite literally the calzone I had, okay? You can see, right? You can see the Parmesan. They actually used shaved Parmesan for like the crust. And it tastes like garlic bread, okay? I was sent to the end to mention exactly. That's why I stopped for a bit. Good morning, Chris. Good morning. I will note, I do have slightly worse internet here. But it's not like significantly worse. And the good news is I have an Ethernet connection, so I at least, you know, don't have it too bad. Just woke up. Yeah, I normally would start streaming now. But you see, what happened? What happened was, I have an appliance repair dude coming by in a little bit. And the reason for that is because the washing machine decided it was actually a Voltorb in disguise, right? And it tried to explode on me. So the thing started like screeching and smoking really bad, like it was going to set on fire when I tried to use it for the first time. So I was like, yeah, no, no. We are getting someone to fix that. So yeah, this is honestly some of the best food I've ever had. I'm not even gonna lie. This is the calzone I had, okay? It was called something like the Notorious PIG, you know, pig. And it had like bacon and pepperoni and like ham and like just everything delicious. I want it again, okay, chat? I don't think you understand, like, I want it again. Please help me. I'm not gonna be eating good for a bit. I'm gonna be eating ramen. Recovering from this move financially. Because I had to just up and go. And I had less than $10,000 to move with. Like, I did not have a lot of money. I'm gonna be very tight for a few months. I effectively had to use my reserves because not only was the apartment people very toxic and trying to just ignore our needs, including repair requests at that point, trying to evict us, tow our car, all that fun stuff, like, I was struggling just to do basic things, and I was like, I was tired of living like that. I was tired of living like a cripple, right? You know? Yeah, if you want to try something like this, I'm not going to tell you which state, but I am going to tell you that I am a bit south of Pennsylvania. I'm in the middle of the country in the mountains. Look for the mountains, basically. Look for the mountains. We got stuff like this, and the poutine. I had never had poutine before, right? And this is what the poutine looked like, and the gravy was perfect. I only have to scatter because of my phone data, but it's fun. Yeah, no, I'm super happy to see you. I hope to see you again soon. Not just my stream, but also yours. I do like to lurk chronically. Villain can vouch. Villain Dex, a lot of people can vouch for that. I'm just always lurking. I'm just always in the shadows. Like, I'm always there, just casually hanging out and giving my lurk, my best lurk, because I know how much lurking matters. But I had some of the best food when I visited here to, you know, check out the place. This, like this, and this is the meals that I had. And then this was my hotel view, right? And then this is my view from home. Like, it's just so pretty, and I'm so happy to be here. It's so much cheaper. It's like $700 less a month. I get more space. And on top of it, like, there's no smoking. So it's like, I can breathe again. I can breathe. The only bad thing is the fact it is a red state, but I live in a very democratic area, so I'm not worried about getting shot or anything, so don't worry about me on that front, guys. I will be okay. I will be okay, because it is a good area. I made sure of that. You know, we met some really nice people. Our downstairs neighbors are, you know, college kids, who live in the area, and, you know, they were very, very nice about when we needed to use some of the parking area for, the storage units. No duck season, exactly. I'm not going to be hunted by a hunt. Maybe rabbits will, but not ducks. Yeah, I never had poutine. I never had poutine. I was like, let me try this, and it was so good. Like, if you look at the actual poutine itself, right, you could see they did not drown it. They did not drown it in gravy. Yeah, although I did move to a red state, you guys, it is a nice area. It's not a bad area. I am okay with it. It's not any worse than Florida was. I don't even think you guys knew me when I was in Florida, funny enough. I'm trying to think if I ever streamed down there. I don't think I ever streamed when I was in Florida. I think I started streaming after I moved to Delaware. But I did live in Florida for a long time, and that's... we don't talk about Bruno. Florida was not fun. Although they did have some harvest citrus there, which is fantastic. I do miss that. I miss having good oranges. That is the one thing I will miss from Florida. Yes, exactly. I'm not a fan of Florida. I would not willingly go back except to visit family. That is literally the only reason I will ever go back to Florida, is visiting family. I'm not gonna live there. Because, I'll be quite frank, Florida is, you're either rich or you live somewhere where you're not going to have access to things. That's the real issue I took with Florida. You know, I lived out in the, like, backwoods, I guess. And Mixie has left that good day. Thank you again, Mixie. Yeah, Florida was not fun. Florida was not fun at all. Because Florida was very, spread out, you know? I would have to ride a bus to go to work half the time, and then when I stopped riding a bus to work because I had transportation, it's because I went to the same place to work as my roommate, who I no longer talk to, because although we were, like, best friends for a long time, we just didn't quite get along, in the end. Like, it was very passive-aggressive. You know, I'm an introvert, right? And this is before I was a streamer. You know, before I did the duck thing on Twitch, I just did the duck thing at home. It was passive-aggressive remarks, you know, like, have you ever been the person who walks into a room with your family, right? And your family goes, oh, look who finally decided to join us. Look who's being social. Passive-aggressive, like, snide, you know. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do the passive. Like, I finally come out here and all you're gonna do is chastise me. Like, no, I'm gonna go back to my room now. Thank you. Goodbye. Yeah, so you guys get that. I had friends like that, okay, that I lived with. And that's when I decided, you know what? And I orchestrated a lie that was kind of a white lie, because they were very unsupportive, right? They did not agree with me making my own business. They did not agree with it at all. They were like, that sounds like sketchy. That sounds bad. It sounds like you're gonna get us evicted because you don't have work. Because you don't have a real job, you know, a real job, chat. When whatever a real job is anyhow. But you know, they gave me remarks like that, and I said, you know what, I'm making more money on my own than I am working for a school. Okay? So I secretly quit the school job. And I kept pretending that I was going to the school job. Because one of the people who was with me was in on it. And they knew. So they were normally my transportation. And that person wishes to remain anonymous, so I won't name them or talk about them really, but they would take me to work because they also went to the same work. And so they just started dropping me off at Dunkin' Donuts during the day, and I would just work on my laptop, which at the time was just a crappy Toshiba laptop. You know, it was a crap top, as I called it. What's a job? Yeah, what's a job? I don't know about that, you know? And so I started working at the Dunkin' Donuts, but I wasn't working for Dunkin' Donuts, I was working for myself. And, you know, I was like, you know, this is working. This is working. Finally, my business partner eventually says, you know, we really should just have you move up to Delaware because that's where our company's incorporated. And that way we don't have to pay for a registered agent. Like, we'll use your address. We'll pay your rent. You know, we'll use the job, like, we'll use our business to do that, right? So that's how my life changed. I ended up moving out of Florida. I didn't think it would be possible, but we somehow managed to scrounge up like 13K or something like that. Quit my job 2 years ago, just waiting for SSI. Yeah. I wish I could get, like, benefits or something, because I am actually disabled. But the U.S. is the U.S., you know, it's gonna be the U.S. My aunt, before she passed, literally had emphysema, you guys. And if you don't know what emphysema is, your air sacs in your lungs literally burst and don't come back. And so you just slowly suffocate to death. And yet she was denied disability. Like, this, I don't have any faith in this country as far as, you know, social security nets. That's why I ended up having to start my own business. Yay! Hey. But yeah, I ended up moving to Delaware. And then from there, I continued to build my business. I decided that on the side, I would do the VTuber thing as a fun little thing, you know? So I'm not traditionally employed, in the normal sense, but I am self-employed. So I have to come up with my own money all the time. You know, I've never, you know, expected that VTubing would pay for things, but it is nice when it does. I will say that. Like every time you guys support me, I want to cry because it's like, I never had that before doing VTubing. Like, it was always just fighting, you know, between me and my roommates, you know, them trying to say, you need a real job. I secretly quit my job, and then eventually, the way I ended up coming up to Delaware was, we used the excuse that I was like a high-up manager at that point and was getting promoted, and the company was paying for the move, which technically, yeah, it's a white lie, but, but you know, I didn't have to technically move. As a result, we were able to finally kick them out, you know, and then eventually move up. And that's kind of how things have been ever since. And I never really had a security net, you know. My parents died a long time ago. I'm only 30, but it's been over a decade since my last parent was alive. So I've always had to take care of myself, you know. And that's also another reason why I'm always, like, so motivated to learn new things and do new things. Like, I also realized I could just, you know, where is, here we go. Kinda, holy duck, it's already 10:30. Oh man. I'm probably gonna have to ripe? What is up with my speech today? I think it's because I didn't take my meds. Don't shame me, chat. Don't shame me. Don't shame me for not taking my meds. I'm in conservation mode right now because I just moved. And I'm gonna have to get everything transferred over. I still have to talk to my doctors about what pharmacy over here, and the good news is I am still close enough to where I used to live. I could still go to the same doctors, which, you know, nice. I just have to figure out where I'm gonna have everything sent to, because there's a lot of hills here and I have not been very far. Yeah, I have meds. I'm just in conservation mode. I'm using them for the days I really need them. Like, I have certain supplements I take that help when I don't take my meds, which, you know, is helpful. But just a warning, chat, I am going to be very rambly, probably, until I get another big paycheck. But right now, with liquidity issues, I'm not sure what date that's going to happen. It might be a week. It might be 2 weeks. We'll see. So, yeah. Which, on that note, if you have a job, try to hold it for now until you get a new one. Just because the economy for hiring is fucking awful. And, we don't know what, you know, what's going to happen in the near future. And you want to make sure that, you know, you always have income coming in, because housing has gotten out of control for the cost, and I'm honestly shocked I found this place for only $1,100 a month. Like, honestly, super excited. Remind me to take mine, yeah. So I'm currently rationing my meds, even though I have plenty right now. I just want to make sure that I'm good for the foreseeable future, because of the fact that things are a bit rocky. I don't recommend, you know, jumping straight into VTubing or content creation thinking you're gonna make, you know, $1 million bucks. I do definitely recommend a job over that right now. At least until things get straightened out with the economy, you know? I am gonna go ahead, I think, and wrap up, because even though it is only like an hour and a half, should probably save this. Realize I've not saved the entire time that I've been talking and yapping. Let me go up here, save this. No, I don't want to be in the Live2D Cubism folder. I want to be in the art folder where the Live2D stuff is, and the assets folder for the Christmas assets. No, we can save that here. Okay. Okay, let me see who is on right now, because it has been a hot minute since I've been on Twitch at this time. Let me see. Okay, let's raid someone new who I have not yet raided before. But is someone who is a friendo of a friendo. AC Skywalker. We'll go ahead and say hi. Looks like they're playing Halo right now. Master Chief Collection. I'm not sure which one of the games, but I guess one of them. Oh, we'll go ahead and start a raid over there. Say hi. And I'll get ready for dealing with the repair people. Because I kind of need to wash the comforter that I was trying to wash on, you know, the first day that I was able to last week. But now it's moldy, and I'm gonna have to deal with the consequences of that, because it's been like almost a whole fucking week. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna be back on Sunday. If I can muster it up, I'm gonna do like a donathon thingy. Because there we go. Because of the fact that I need to come up with some money. I just spent so much money moving. Yeah, it's been nice chatting with you all, getting caught up, letting you all know what's happening. And don't forget, if you have any ideas for like the donathon, please pop them in the Discord. I got so many channels y'all can use. But yeah, I will see you guys on Sunday at around 10 a.m. Eastern time.